Hi everyone and Assalamualaikum. Greetings to you all who's watching this video. My name is Muhammad Putrajaya bin Muhammad Zain. My ID number is 2023692922. I'm presenting this video for assignment ECM367. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys about Prima housing. What is Prima housing and what do you guys know about Prima housing? Okay, so the definition for Prima housing is actually Perumahan Rakyat 1 Malaysia. The main objective of Prima housing in Malaysia is to plan, develop and maintain high quality housing across Malaysia in suburban area. The main focus of Prima housing is for the labels of M40 citizens in Malaysia, which is in the middle class of citizens of Malaysia. So as I said before, the target group for Prima housing is for M40, which is the middle class of Malaysian citizens. Other than that, the Malaysian citizen must be age 21 and above, and then the income of monthly for the Malaysian citizen is 2,500 until 15,000. Okay, so the third requirement for Malaysian citizens to register for Prima housing is must not own more than one property. For the housing type of Prima housing in Malaysia, as example, we have condominium, landed, which is terrace, and then we also have apartment. Okay, so for the price range is between 100k to 400k. As for the application for Prima housing must be done online through the websites, and there are some incentives for Malaysian citizens that want to register for Prima housing, which special Prima housing endorse home loan schemes with selected banks, and also including reduced interest rates, low monthly payment and flexible terms. Prima housing in Malaysia. Okay, so I choose apartment Prima Presint 11 Putrajaya. The address is Jalan P11 E/5 Presint 11 62300 Putrajaya, Wilayah Persekutuan Putrajaya. This project is completed in 2015. It's built in urban area which has a lot of facilities, public transportation and public services. Okay, so this is the satellite view of Prima housing in Putrajaya that I choose. And then we go to the description of Prima House project. It is obviously government type of housing. The house type is apartment. The status is freehold. Per square feet is RM 411 until RM 417. It is equipped with 560 units of apartment, which has 3 blocks A, B, and C. C is facing the sun. It is built on 7.5 acres of land. Okay, so the stakeholders and parties involved in the construction phases, we have the first one is pre-construction phases. PJ Hayes Sendirian Berhad, Putrajaya Holdings Sendirian Berhad, developer of the project. Okay, the work in this pre-construction phase is project conceptualization, feasibility studies, and budgeting. For Pilma Malaysia agency is to approve project and set eligibility criteria for buyers. Okay, so we have architects and consultants which is hired by PJ Sendirian Berhad is to prepare architectural design, structural design, mechanical and electrical design. And then we go to the financial institution, which is to offering pre-approval for financing packages to potential buyers. And then we have local authorities, which is Putrajaya Corporation, grant planning, permissions, building plan approvals, and environmental clearances. Okay, so for the construction phases, which is we have Mitra Jaya Construction Sendirian Berhad is to carry out the construction work, ensure structural integrity, manage site safety, and meet timeline targets. And then we go to the PJH, which is the work in this construction phases to monitor construction progress, coordinate with contractors, handle quality control, and supervise contract executions. And then we have engineer and site supervisors, which is to oversee daily operations, site inspection, and ensure compliance with design specifications and safety regulation. Okay, we have third-party quality and auditors perform periodic checks to ensure compliance in safety, structural, and building code standard. Okay, so for the post-construction phase, we have PJs and Yarn Berhad, which is to hand over completed units to Prima for distributions, manage any defect rectification during warranty period, and Prima Malaysia agency is to coordinate buyer selection, facilitate ownership transfers. Okay, for financial institutions, finalize housing loan disbursement to buyers, initiate repayment schedules. And then we have buyers, which is the residents, take possession of homes, begin forming residents association, and contribute to community development. And then last but not least, we have maintenance contractor, which is to do the maintenance services appointed by Prima or the residents. So this is the example of renovated house for sale. It is RM 300K to RM 380K negotiable. The facilities that we have in this Prima housing in Putrajaya Precinct 11, we have surau, playground, laundry, self-service, and mini market. We have public transportation nearby, we have medical center nearby, and education institution nearby. The next thing, we go to the strength of Prima in Malaysia. The first one, we have targeted demographic, which is Prima focuses in M40 income group, which assume too wealthy to afford low-cost home, but cannot afford private sector homes. And then government support and oversight, being a government initiative, Prima had access to state land and funding, allowing for lower costs in construction and property pricing. And then we have nationwide reach. Prima project were implemented across multiple states, including urban and suburban areas. And then we go to the price control mechanism, which is home were priced within 100K and RM 400K, affordable compared to market rates in urban areas. Last but not least, we have financing assistance. The program offered easier loan schemes and financing solutions to increase home ownership access, especially for first-time buyers. For the weaknesses of Prima in Malaysia, the first thing is poor implementation and oversupplies. Okay, Prima faced criticisms over delays, abandoned projects, and misalignment of supply with actual demand units built in areas with low take-up rates. And then mismanagement and governance issue, reports of poor financial management and political interference plague Prima, including allegation of corruption and inefficiency. And then lack transparency, there were complaints about unclear selection criteria and a lack transparency in the balloting process for home buyers. Furthermore, not truly affordable for B40, while aimed at M40 Prima, homes were still out of reach for many in the B40 income group, who form a significant portion of the housing insecure population. Last but not least, we have urban planning shortcomings. Home Prima projects were criticized for being located too far from public transport, jobs, and amenities, which reduced their practical affordability. Next, we go to the CIDB roles, which is the first thing first. We have setting standards. CIDB creates construction guidelines like MCIS, which is Malaysian Construction Industry Skills Competency Standards, and MS Malaysian Standards to make sure affordable housing is safe, good quality, and sustainable. Promoting IBS, which is Industrialized Building System. CIDB supports the use of IBS, which makes building faster, cheaper, and more consistent, great for affordable homes. We have quality checking with QLASIC. CIDB uses a system of called QLASIC to check the quality of workmanship in housing project even for low-cost homes. Training builders. CIDB trains and certifies contractors so they follow proper methods when building affordable housing. Last but not least, we have supporting green and sustainable buildings. CIDB promotes the use of eco-friendly design and materials to protect the environment even in low-cost housing. CIDB standard on choosing the right material for construction. Okay, so we have five in this. So the first one is cost saving, second, safe and strong, third, eco-friendly, fourth, fits IBS system, and finally, easy to maintain. The suggestion on practical ways is more rent to own homes. Okay, rent first, then buy later. And then better loans for youth, which is to guarantee their loans through government support. And then home special for young people, which is to build small, cheaper homes for single or young couples. And then build near public transportation like MRT. It costs more to live far from work or trains. Create one housing app or websites to make one easy website or app that shows all housing schemes. Furthermore, we have teach housing and money skills, which is to add home buying lessons in school or in college. And then finally, we use cheaper and eco-friendly material, which is to give tech breaks to developers who use green and fast build system like IPS. Okay, so these are the references that I used to make this slide. PRIMA is a government initiative launched in 2011 to provide an affordable and high-quality housing for Malaysians' middle income. The range of the price is between 100k to 400k, which is available for Malaysian aged 21 and above, with household income ranging from 2,500 to 1,500, provided they own no more than one other property. In my opinion, PRIMA is a valuable effort that address critical social needs. However, to truly succeed, the program must ensure transparency and timely project completion. Also, better alignment with public demands and urban planning. With continuous improvement, PRIMA House has the potential to enhance housing accessibility for many Malaysians. So that's all from me in this video. Thank you so much for watching.